During a series on the book of Acts that I've entitled Power Encounters. And we've been focusing on the works of the Holy Spirit. I want to tell you a story about a lady. I'm going to call her Mary. Not her name, but I'm going to call her Mary. Mary didn't see it coming. It blindsided her, although when she thought back about the encounter, it was like, well, maybe it shouldn't have blindsided me as much as it did. Mary was in the local grocery store doing her weekly shopping. Now, her and her spouse, her husband, I will just call him John, they had left their church in the community because John had gotten saved and baptized in the Holy Spirit, and Mary was kind of coming along with him, and they got involved in an Assemblies of God church in their community and left the church that they had been a part of for about 20 years, had friendships there, had been serving there, but the gospel wasn't being preached. The pastor was preaching very liberal theology, and they got saved, and then they got filled with the Spirit. Well, Mary is out grocery shopping within a few weeks after the leaving of the church that they had been a part of for so many years. And as she is going down the aisle with her cart, who knows what aisle it was, we'll say it's the cereal aisle. She's in the cereal aisle picking up this and picking up that. All the way at the end, she had just gotten into the aisle, all the way at the end, a lady is pushing a cart, a lady from their former church. And the lady comes down the aisle, looks up and sees Mary, freezes, stops, immediately leaves the aisle, goes all the way to the other side of the store and leaves the store. And Mary just said, I didn't know what to do. I used to know this person. We were going to say hi, but it was very apparent that this individual was not at all pleased that Mary and her family had left that church that they had been a part of for so long and made it abundantly clear in the aisle of a supermarket. You see, when you take a stand for Jesus, when you make a decision to move on in the things of God, sometimes things happen that are quite unexpected. When you have an encounter with the Holy Spirit, this is what I've chosen as this week's title. What happens now? When you have an encounter with the Holy Spirit, what happens now? One of the things that happened to Mary was that all of a sudden people were not as excited to see her. In fact, people were very upset. And she went on and shared that there were individuals that were very unhappy and they were being spoken about in that church, and that other church that stole them away was being spoken about, the Assemblies of God church. But they didn't steal them away. They were hungry for Jesus and the Holy Spirit and more of God. And if you're not going to find it there, then you're going to go find it someplace else.